From getting your elbow nearly pulled out of its socket to getting stomped in the gut twice. These are the 10 most painful bull riding accidents. At number 10, Danny Varnnador hyperextended his left elbow on Merle N at the 2000 Greensboro Open.
You know, you could have had Promised Land and be there. Oh, hit this.
He made a good ride in the money round, but got jerked around and paid for it with his elbow.
It don't make any difference which way they go. What a pretty little ride. Young bull, whistle blows. Got a kick.
He cradled it walking off. At least the event win softened the blow. While Danny was nursing his arm, Ronnie Kitchens at number 9 found out what a bad landing feels like.
The boy gets almost too excited to ride. Don't override him. Let's just get the money. Come on, Ronnie.
He made a nice ride on Doodad during round 4 of the 1996 PBR World Finals, then landed hard on his rear end.
A little bit, yeah. Woo. Yeah. He hit right on his rear end, and I'm gonna tell you, he jammed his back.
The impact hit his back, and he couldn't get up without help. Still won the finals, though. Now, while Ronnie was flat on his back, Judd Lefew at number 8 got launched head first.
This is a good bull right here from Hal Burns. Just put on him a face mask.
Best Bet jerked him forward onto his head during the championship round in Boise, then used his horns to send him flying.
Let's watch see where this bull hits him. Right in the chest.
He ran off, but you could see it in his face. Every bit of that hurt. And while Lefew was shaking off the cobwebs, Edney Comenius at number 7 got his bell rung.
The go-round. This is Hell's Bells from Harrington Cattle.
Another great bull from Harrington Cattle.
The 2002 world champ got slammed hard to the ground at 2.5 seconds on Hell's Bells at Tough Hedemann's event in Fort Worth.
One qualified ride. Owen Washford got.
His skull was rattled, and a bullfighter had to help him out. Edney felt all of it. Although Edney's head took a beating, Leslie Doyle at number 6 got stepped on by Billy the Kid.
After he jumps out of it, nobody's ridden him that far.
All right, Leslie Doyle.
Come on, Leslie.
He was bucked off during round 2 of the 2000 Bullnanza in Nashville, and the bull came down on him.
Let's see. Come on, Leslie. Hang on. Oh, man, I mean.
Doyle was struggling on the ground, but he managed to walk out on his own, barely. While Doyle limped off, Luke Snyder at number 5 couldn't handle the crazy leaps from Wild Side.
First onto the scene. If you think he's young now, he was an 18-year-old rookie in 2001. Finished.
The 2001 PBR Rookie of the Year got thrown hard to the ground within seconds during round 2 of the 2003 PBR World Finals. The impact jarred him loose. But then things got worse. Bullfighter Dennis Johnson tried to protect Snyder, but Wild Side was too fast. The bull went after Johnson instead. Wild Side rammed Johnson against the fence. The hit was brutal. You could hear the collision from across the arena. The bull had caught him off guard, and for a second, it looked like he was knocked out.
And I've never seen anything like this. We're not even halfway.
But Dennis walked it off. Lucky for him, because that could have been so much worse. Snyder was already down. Johnson took the hit so he wouldn't. That's what bullfighters do. They put themselves in harm's way so riders don't have to take another beating. I saw the bull coming and I just reacted, Johnson said later. You don't think about it, you just move. He moved, and he paid for it, but he'd do it again without hesitation. At number 4, Troy Dunn suffered one of those injuries that makes every man wince.
But nothing higher than 4th place so far, still waiting for that breakthrough paycheck to allow him to.
The 1998 PBR World Champion bucked off hard head in Tacoma, and the landing hit him right in the groin, the kind of pain that stops you cold. Dunn hobbled out of the arena with help from the medic team. He was done, not just for the night, but for months.
Got him knocked out. Let's see what goes wrong. He's starting to get behind. He just looks over to the right.
The injury sidelined him for a few months. A groin injury like that doesn't heal fast, and it doesn't heal easily. Troy tried to downplay it afterward, but everyone knew. That's the kind of pain that lingers, the kind that makes you think twice before nodding your head again.
We've seen it happen a few times this year, and he has struggled with injury. This terribly sore.
It's part of the game, Dunn said. You take the hits and you recover. That's all you can do. But taking a hit like that, that's not something you just shake off. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes a lot of grit to come back from it. Troy came back. because that's what champions do. Now, even though Troy's injury was brutal, Jake McIntyre at number 3 took things to another level.
And then again in Albuquerque, I can't get over the fact that Randy Shippey has a bull called broke leg, and he just broke it.
Jake broke his leg 5 minutes before getting on the bull. 5 minutes. Most guys would have walked away right there, but not Jake. He climbed on broke leg anyway during round 6 of the 2005 PBR World Finals. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. A guy with a freshly fractured leg getting on a bull named Broke Leg. The bull exploded out of the chute and Jake tried to hang on. He made it to 2.8 seconds before getting sent flying off.
Called broke leg, and he just broke a guy's leg. And that's a great time, Ty, to land on your behind.
He landed hard on his side. The pain was instant. You could see it in the way he moved. Jake hobbled out of the arena, grimacing with every step. He was in serious pain, the kind that doesn't let up.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is how this bull earned his name for being bad in the chutes and doing a lot of...
By the next morning, he'd likely have a cast on that leg, but at that moment, he was just trying to make it out of the arena without collapsing. I knew it was broken, McIntyre said, but I wasn't going to let that stop me from riding. I came here to compete. And compete he did, even with a broken leg, even knowing it would only get worse. That's the kind of determination that defines these riders. Pain is just noise. The ride is what matters. At number 2, Cody Kuster got dragged, stepped on, and kicked during the 1994 Tough Hedeman Challenge in Fort Worth.
He's back. Rode a real nice bull in the for his first one, 80 points.
The 1992 PRCA World Champion hung up on Mirage during round 2, and the bull wasn't gentle about it.
Riding, you know, that's one of the reasons I quit. You know, you couldn't teach those bulls how to read your name on those gold buckles. They just don't care. Boom. That hurt.
Kuster was dragged around, and then the bull stepped on him. That wasn't enough, though. Mirage kicked him right in the back on the way out. The medics had to help him out of the arena. Cody couldn't do it on his own. His back had taken too much punishment.
Hit the ground awfully hard, banged around, no score, just that 80 points to show.
Getting kicked in the back like that can mess you up for weeks. It's not just the immediate pain, it's the stiffness, the soreness, the way every movement reminds you what happened. I felt every kick, Kuster said later. My back was screaming at me for days after that. But Kuster didn't let it end his career. He healed up and kept riding, because that's what these guys do. They take the pain, they recover, and they get back on. Now at number 1, Austin Meyer took not 1, but 2 hoof stomps to the gut.
Have to separate that Hunsky. Well, Austin Meyer going to try to make a little more than 100.
This was round 4 of the 2006 PBR World Finals. The 2004 CBR champ lasted 4.6 seconds on PUD before landing in the worst possible spot, right near the bull's hind legs.
He'll possibly win $20,000, but it's not going to happen here. He needs to get out of there, guys.
He got it all.
PUD brought his hooves down on Austin's gut. Once, then twice. The second stomp was just as brutal as the first. Austin crouched on all fours, trying to breathe through the pain. The medic rushed in immediately. This wasn't a minor injury. This was serious. Austin walked out on his own power, but he wasn't okay. Not even close.
Look at this kid, Ty. Standing up.
Go ahead and get him back to the training room.
Walking out under his own power.
You know, there's not...
He was sent to the hospital with internal bleeding, the same area of the stomach where Mason Lowe got stomped on. That detail wasn't lost on anyone watching. This was dangerous, life-threatening even. But Austin didn't stay in that hospital bed. He spent most of the night there, getting checked out, getting treated, trying to stabilize, and then he came back, not just to watch, to ride. I wasn't going to let that end my finals, Meyer said. I came here to compete, and I was going to finish what I started. He rode in the next 3 rounds, with internal bleeding, with the memory of those 2 stomps fresh in his mind, with every movement reminding him of the damage. If there was a toughest rider of the event award, it would have gone to Austin, no question. Because getting stomped like that and walking away is one thing. Coming back and riding 3 more rounds, that's something else entirely. These accidents weren't just painful, they were the kind of hits that end careers, that send guys to the hospital, that make you question whether it's worth it. But these riders didn't question it. They took the pain, they dealt with it, and they kept going. Because in bull riding, pain is just part of the price you pay for 8 seconds of glory.